Hey YouTube. So am I the only one confused about Danny being on this apology tour? Like, did something happen off camera? What's up with that? Jordan is about to take out his frustration on his campaign manager. He's bugging his apartment and he done caught him in the act. Only he didn't catch him in the act. He was joking with him and kind of low-key, I guess, what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? Flattered that he has, an interest or is, has a crush on his girl. What's up with that? Like, how can you be joking in this moment? Okay, Jordan. Annie stops by. She has brought Jordan breakfast. Andy is so sweet and so understanding. And this may be kind of her Achilles heel, that big heart of hers, because Jordan doesn't appreciate the gesture. And I really don't know what she can do to comfort him. I guess they're just going to have to see how this unfolds. And Jordan, how do you go from laughing and joking with this campaign manager to being so to your girl? Like, this episode is going to be confusing. What were these writers were having cocktails when they were doing this episode? I can already tell. And yeah, let's keep going. So yeah, Jordan just low-key broke up with Andy. It seems like he don't have time for anything else. The campaign, absolutely nothing. And again, I get why he's upset, but you did have time to go play basketball with the guys. Confusion. That's what this episode should be titled, and that's what we're gonna call this review. Confusion. Anywho, Zach and Fatima are getting Michael off to school. He's on the bus. He's not talking, and Zach is concerned about him being bullied. Zach is also low-key trying to get Fatima to start taking him to school. Maybe we should take him to school. I'm concerned that, I can't be there to defend him. I totally understand Zach, but how does the I concern turn into we concern when you know Fatima's plate is heavy? Don't annoy me, Zach. I really like you, but I guess it's classic of, wanting the lady to take on all the responsibilities. But shout out to Fatima for having a really healthy way of just kind of standing her ground. She didn't get that ain't, it's not my responsibility, it's your responsibility. She was really understanding and able to logically reassure him that this is the best route. Like, I just like how she communicates with them. Actually, their dynamic, I really do like it. So shout out to Fatima for not going into super mom, super girl role mode, trying to prove herself worthy of being, in this family or a part of this family and taking on so much more than she can. I like that. Let's keep going. So Danny stops by knocking like the police early in the morning. I am shocked. Y'all know Danny is always on her way to work, late for work. She always late. So for the fact that she is up early enough to come by Zach and Fatima's house to have a conversation and get to work and already dressed, go Danny. Now, she wants to talk to them about apologizing to her boyfriend, and I promise y'all, was I the only one confused about that? Because it seemed like Tony accepted that, she was rightfully upset, and Danny had every right to be. I think Danny's response, there was nothing wrong with her response because of how Tony approached her. So, y'all, I have confusion about her needing advice on how to apologize to her boyfriend. It's like, did something happen on camera that we don't know about? Anyway, I love that she's seeking Fatima and Zach's advice and not her problematic girlfriends. Not problematic in their relationships, but in their sister circle relationship. Well, that is Karen and Danny. So there's that. Anywho, I love that she's seeking advice from Fatima and Zach, and I like the whole exchange. Zach, don't ever go to Zach again for advice. His response is, give him some lollipop fun and cook him dinner. Say what? I like Fatima. Straight to the point. Tell him what's up. Get it off your chest and go from there. Girl, don't go apologizing to that man. What are they doing to Danny? Like, alright. I won't keep going. Well, I will keep going. Back to this review. Let's go. Karen and Pam are at the salon and Trey is leaving. Pam is inquiring if, basically, since you don't want Trey, you're not interested in Trey, and you're certain about that, would you be upset that if you saw him dating someone else? And I'm reminded why I need to not advocate for Karen as much as I do. Which one of your hood rat friends you trying to set him up with? Girl, really? Pam lets her know that it's not one of my friends, it's me. And Karen gives her this, you not his type kind of thing. Baby. Pam gave her a little mini read like, girl, just because you think I'm in the ghetto or I'm from the ghetto or I'm hood, something like that, you ain't no better. She reminded her about that pregnant tummy she got and how she got there and how many people are included in the getting of the pregnant tummy. And I loved it. She needed that. Like, seriously, have you forgot? Karen has been acting so, uppity above everybody else for so long. She is often forgetting her reality. But I'm loving the reminders, honey. Next title, Karen is humbled all through this episode. Y'all just wait. Let's go. Can we just do a quick shout out to Miss Tina Knowles? I don't know if you guys knew that Pam is Beyonce's cousin. And Pam has her auntie's eyes. Like, even her body frame is Tina Knowles. Yeah, I just had to give that shout out, but because I noticed it so prevalent in this episode. But let's get back to the review. So Sabrina over here at the bank, helping her manager stack the file to terminate her, or at least demote her, because she's still showing favoritism to Maurice. They're in this break room having lunch, and they're talking about the woes of in vitro fertilization. We're really finding a donor. So it's hard for Sabrina to find a suitable donor, considering Maurice has some nutty stuff, crazy stuff to say about some of the candidates and what they do to get their samples out. I won't bore you guys with the details, but he did have a suggestion about Calvin being a donor, a possible donor. Calvin is, of course, Sabrina's ex. And I honestly don't think that's a bad idea, considering he's single now he's not in a relationship with, the third party that was involved. And I can tell Sabrina is considering it. But girl, her situation. I'm interested to see what's gonna happen with Sabrina's situation, because she could be already hit with the, fertilization of it all, the natural way. This ninja. Yeah, who raised Gary? At this point, I need to see. I need to see his siblings, if he has them, whoever raised him, because this brother's sick. I mean, he's sick. Jordan's campaign manager calls him and gives him an update on how the plot is going to continuously begin, because both Andy and Jordan's homes are bugged and Gary can hear everything that they're talking about. So he also mentions that Andy is there, and Gary immediately go into creep mode. Like, he is unzipping his pants and doing what men do when they unzip their pants and they're not in the bathroom and they're alone. Get the picture? And he's also making the noises, like asking him to explain what Andy is wearing and that kind of thing. And of course the campaign manager go ahead and get off the phone, because you could tell that he's uncomfortable, and notice how Gary has changed in his tone. Yeah, Gary made this man colorblind. He's asking him, what was she wearing? He talking about a black silky blouse. Y'all, Andy had on all white. Dude is so uncomfortable, he don't even remember his colors. Anywho, they get off the phone, typical Gary style, verbal violence. So Gary calls Tamira. Sorry, I forgot her name for a moment. And clearly he needs to get off his frustration. Ladies, let this be a kind of example of how when guys pick up the phone and call you all lustful, the catalyst is not you. Clearly. Often it's not you. Vet that man. Anywho, Tamara got a trick for him this time. He's going to have to start paying for these pumps and a bump. And I'm sorry. Sometimes I laugh at myself. But yeah, she wants money, a big penny, a large coin, if he's going to hit that again. And I don't blame her. Well, I mean, if she going to go there, she might as well get paid for it. She's also trying to convince Hayden, as he walks in and catches her on the phone, that she's talking to her Aunt Bernice. I'll give it to Tamara. She come up with those lies real quick. Like, she be ready. She can put on a clinic. Not only is she a good liar, she's also a little nympho. 3 times last night with Hayden, and if Gary plays cards right, he might be able to hit it 3 times today. Girl, the box gonna be leaning to the side. Anyway, she got on Gary is she has recorded their romps, and if he keep playing games with her, she just gonna tell Hayden. Y'all, these ladies don't know who they be playing with, cause Hayden is not an angel, and Gary is a murderer, and they're friends, and Hayden has caught feelings. Child, we gonna have the light on for every lady in this series. Leave the light on for her. She may need to look for rescue. So Hayden is putting on a clinic on how not to be a team player. He's in his meeting with Miss Marie and Andy, and gloating and boasting about how he's done an extensive report. And Andy is playing with Miss Marie's time. So he has this report about the ex-husband, soon to be ex-husband's assets and all that he's discovered, and he is so proud of himself, and he's showing up Andy. But someone comes in and gives Andy a packet, and Andy has a more intensive report finding offshore accounts and all sort of a thing. She hired a forensic accountant and a private detective, and Miss Marie is impressed. She's very impressed. She also peeps Hayden's BS. And when she called him a sorry ass, and how he was trying to one up Andy and bragging and boasting, ooh, it tickled me. Egg on his face, his little annoying self. Hayden deserves that. And then y'all, Hayden had the nerve to come into Andy's office all with his chest all puffed out, you know, wanting to give her a tongue lashing about backstabbing him or trying to one up him or something like that. And Andy quickly reminds him she did not start this competition, and throws him out of her office. Andy will put that soft heart in check when she needs to. I was proud of Andy. And Hayden, pick an energy, because you know you started that. You know your agenda. Like, who raised you? I'm just saying. So Jordan has had his nap. Y'all, I heard someone say when black folks get stressed, they take a nap. Like, that light bill is overdue and you just got that cutoff notice. They go lay down and take a nap. So Jordan is fresh off his nap. He has had a change of heart. He's gotten some rest, and he is ready to be nicer to Danny. So he shows up at her office. He's apologetic. They have a great understanding conversation. She forgives him and extends him some grace, rightfully so. I have no issue with that. And he brought dinner, and hopefully they can make this work. But we know Gary is listening to everything, but at least he is not privy to what's happening in the office. Shout out to Michael Jackson and his Thriller era. Yeah, who told this man to put these curly bangs in his head? Like, what is this? We already have enough problems committing ourselves to see Andy and Jordan together, and he go and pull this hairstyle. I couldn't have been the only one annoyed by these two curls. Anyway, let's keep going. So we learn why Danny is on this apology tour. I don't like what they're doing with her character. I can already see it unfolded, and so I guess we're addressing the whole the man is the prize thing. I won't go on a rant about it, but Tony is being really nasty to her, in my opinion. He's being nasty to her. He's treating her like an employee. He's being condescending. He's putting her in her place. And what I don't like about it is passive aggressive, because he is not addressing his issue. He is using his status to make her feel beneath him. I don't like it at all. If I was Danny, it would have been, bet, I'm your employee. I'm an employee in this airport, and we just gonna keep that energy the same, and I will roll with it. But this is not Duchess land. We are in Tyler Perry's land, and it's a real thing. So she follows him to the office. She apologized to him. She lets him know that she doesn't know if she want to have kids, but she does want this. Girl, what do you want? Like, what do you want? Because the reciprocation is lacking, and now you taking all the responsibility for the way that he addresses his concerns and how he handles you off of him. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all, but they make up, and he forgives her, and yeah, he wants some lollipop fun, as Zach suggested, because she told him what Zach suggested. And I don't like him for her. I just don't like it. I don't like the situation. I don't like him for her. He sees her as a tool for whatever it is that he needs. I'm doubling down on that. I could have been wrong about Aaron, but I'm doubling down on this. So yeah, they make up, and you know, she's playing around like she's gonna get down to the lollipop. He definitely wants her to get to the lollipop. And in walks his ex-wife. Yeah, why they always catching Danny in these awkward positions? I don't like how, I just don't like it. I don't like it. I like Danny, and I don't want to see her mistreated. And I'm gonna have to give Tyler Perry a call, because this ain't gonna work. And this lady gonna be a problem. I can just see her saying, you know, that she don't need to be around our kids, and she gonna be a problem. Anyway, I won't spend too much time on that because I really am annoyed. Shout out to the veterans. I am a veteran, y'all. And if they're going to be playing with our uniform, they need to put some rank on that lady's collar. And notice the type of woman that Tony married and had children with versus Andy. I'm sorry, not Andy. Our girl Danny. Y'all know I be struggling with the names. I'm telling y'all, well, I'm not. This is me. Tell me what y'all think. I want to hear what y'all think about this, you know, really. And if Danny was your friend, what type of conversation would you have with her? Or would you just kind of let it ride? Because me, y'all, I be having to say something, and I will say it once. I have learned better about my delivery, because you can put your girl on the defense and make them feel as though, you know, you're challenging their decisions and all that kind of stuff. But this is a breaking bread moment. Like, seriously, if this was my girl, honey, I would have to let her know what I saw and pray we recover. Y'all, Aaron called me and said, what you're not going to do is keep being out here in these YouTube streets throwing dirt on my name. I'm a good man, Savannah. I am a good man. He didn't say that, but he came in with that baby stroller and let us know that he is just trying to help, and he loves Karen, and he's sick of her attitude and treating him like he's street trash. Cause, yo, the way he read Karen, I can't be mad at it. I can't be mad at it. I can't be mad at it. In every episode, it seems like he keep turning down that crazy radar that I have on him and putting a patch over that eye, that good eye that I'm watching him with. Y'all, Aaron just may be a good guy, and we may all need to call Danny's therapist. Well, she didn't give great advice, because we got her over here. Anywho, you catch the drift. I guess we'll see. But I liked him again in this episode, and Karen was looking like she was about to kiss him. It ain't nothing like a man, like, in a healthy way, you know, letting you know that you ain't right. There's nothing wrong with that. I have absolutely nothing. I don't have anything negative to say about Aaron, but I was proud of him. Keep the stroller. Now, Aaron, I do need you to honor that lady's wishes and call before you come. You gotta stop just popping in. You know, in the marginal amount of defense I can lend to Karen in this clip. Yeah. Zach got the memo. He has stepped it up. Fatima is home from work. Michael is taking a nap. Dinner is done. It's a healthy dinner. I love this for Zach. He got the memo. And they are working as a team. Fatima poaches the question about getting a nanny. Zach likes that. They gonna be alright. And I'm happy with that. Sisters. Season 7, Episode 15. Love means never having to say you're sorry. And I have confusion. Tell me what y'all think about this episode. Episode 15, y'all. We just got one more to go. What you guys think about going live? Get to kind of talk about this last episode, which is going to be close to you. Anywho, thank you so much for stopping in. I hope you liked the little change I did. Let me know in the comments what you think. I am happy to keep adjusting. I love to know what you guys think. And I so appreciate you coming in and commenting and getting into the party and rocking with your girl. It's Duchess, and I'm out.